Hi, everybody, and welcome to the
Seated Hip Openers for Sexual Health series.
I'm Wendy.
And I'm Caitlin. Hi.
And we are here again in our sweet home studio on a very beautiful day in Oregon to share with you a couple of really great exercises. I think we have 4 segments that are going to really sort of tone and strengthen your pelvic floor, right?
Not so much today, actually. We're focusing a little more on the softening and the opening today.
Okay.
Yeah, so previous series have been all about strength and tone, and today we're going to practice letting that go and letting that soften, which is equally as important in lovemaking and in proper functioning and health of the organs of your reproductive system.
Especially like pre and post menstrual, right? It really helps in all that whole sequence.
Yeah, so this series today is going to be, if you are a woman, it's great for men too, but if you are a woman, this is a great series to do, while you're either on your menstrual cycle, before or after, just as a way to take care of yourself and open up the hips
also,
and low back.
if you tend to have urinary tract stuff,
We'll address some of that as well.
Yeah. So we're going to start with some easy opening, right?
Yeah, we're going to just start with a gentle opening. And so we're seated here in hero's pose. This is actually a yoga pose where we're seated. And some of us may need a block to have more comfort on the ankles and the knees. So you can put a block right between, and I'm going to come on a side profile. You can put a block right between your heels and then sit back on it with your sitting bones so that you're supported in that way. It gives you a little bit of lift. A lot of people find this much more comfortable, and you can find that stack through the spine. But the first piece here we're going to do...
So I'll use it.
You use it. Great. So the first piece we're going to do here is just an opening for...
Also, that really helps. I just want to say that sitting up on a block or whatever you have, even a book, really takes a lot of pressure off of the ankles.
Yes.
And the knees, right?
For sure.
So Caitlin doesn't need it, but I do.
But sometimes it feels great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we going to do first?
So we'll start with a gentle side opening. I think there should be...
Should I face you?
I think you'll be fine here, actually.
Okay.
So we can just start by rooting down through the right hand, but we're going to think about lengthening through the waist and then taking the right hand to the earth. And the left arm's going to stretch up and over. And we want to think about rooting down through the left sitting bone, stacking the shoulders, and softening that right shoulder down the back, letting the right elbow bend as much as it needs to. And let's take 2 full breaths here, stretching the left fingertips away. Breathing into the intercostal muscles and the space between the ribs.
And I really am trying to think about lengthening both sides, right?
You bet, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's easy for me to go here where I'm shortening this, but I don't want to, right?
No. So let's let our next exhale breath draw our belly button to our spine to support ourselves coming all the way up. So there is a little bit of pelvic floor, always.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because actually when I'm not holding my pelvic floor in that pose, that's when I start to collapse.
Yeah, so we need it. We need it here.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we always need it. So we'll take it to the left this time, looking for length through both sides of the waist, maintaining length as we stretch up and over this time through the right. And the shoulders stack. And we root down through the right sitting bone. And let's bring one more nice big breath as we stretch those right fingertips away. And then exhale breath, belly button to spine all the way up. Beautiful.
And so all I want to say about this pose is that it looks really easy, and it is pretty easy, but it's really incredible when you find space in yourself. And when you physically look for space in yourself, you get it in other places. That's kind of one of the great gifts of yoga. For those of you yogis out there, you already know that. But like just a simple thing like this, instead of just sitting and watching TV, just a simple thing like this and adding space to your breath and your life can completely change an evening.
Absolutely. You're so right.
So
one more little trick while we're in this position. We're going to do something to open up the arches of the feet and the hands. So maybe we will face each other for this part. And so we're going to tuck the toes under. And this is going to stretch the fascial chain, right, the connective tissue of the feet. So the toes are tucked under. And then we're going to bring the weight of the hips back on top of the heels as much as comfortable. So for many of us, forward will be where we're getting a big stretch.
So I might even come up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do this just for a little while, but I couldn't stay here too long.
So then we're going to add the forearms and wrists. So we'll bring the palms to the floor with the wrists facing away from us. Great. And if you want to increase, you can take a micro bend of the elbows back toward the body. You can also walk the hands further away for more stretch. And let's just take 2 more nice full breaths here.
And this could actually just be enough, actually, to not go forward and to not bend.
You bet.
Because this is actually one of those places where people rarely think is stretching.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, computer and
you bet.
so many things that we just don't think about.
We can do the opposite as well. Very important. Go in both directions. And if you need to back off the feet, go ahead and take care of yourself in that way. It's great for folks who wear high heels. And then come on off. And a little shake or piano fingers. Great. So that's our first exercise. Hero's pose with a side bend, and then just a little bit of love for the feet and the wrists.
So those are, again, really easy things to do when you're watching TV. And like really creating some space in your wrists, in your feet, in your sides. And space is good when you want to be intimate. Internal space. So don't go away. We have quite a series here set up. Join us again for the next one. Don't forget to tell your friends to like us and like our channel and share it and post it. And we'll see you again really soon.
Thanks.